here.
That's right.
These are the things that I'd be telling Payne if I was on the other side of this server looking to avoid the 0-2 pool. I'd say, boys, we lost to Spirit and A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Down the list of reasons you go. But you never know when Hunter is going to drop a career best map. We've learned that this season.
He is Mr. Popoff sometimes. And so can Davideus.
He signs up for the door fight. Drops one. And NQZ is going to get flashed in for the next wave. It's a good flash, but Heavy God was behind blue box, so he retains vision and swings around with that Kevlar P250. Hunter out through the mid doors, gets the better of Snow. So now it's 4 versus 2, looking real good for the G2 squad. They decide not to follow through with the long play because they spot bodies on site. But this is Big Uzera pressing off of Catwalk to take a bit of a look at the middle of the map. Hunter, 35 health, 42 on Hades, 54 for Heavy God. These are wounded G2 players that gave up some of the best map control that they've had so far this round. Luckily for them, Heavy God decides to be adamant about long.
Yeah, Snacks coming back to peak this. I think Payne are wondering why they haven't actually committed to the site yet, and now they'll start to cross, but they won't actually get spotted because Zero gets pulled to mid a bit as they check on B. So the plant will slowly come in.
Bomb has been planted.
And now it's about finding Snacks, but I can't find him just yet.
What a nuisance. He's just got flashbangs to hang on to top middle with. DGT is going to be given no help for the time being. Snacks doesn't even sign up for the fight, just runs away.
Yeah. Job done.
Big Uzera chase ghosts. And that's what's going to lock in this pistol round for G2. So Payne very much signing up for those long fights. NQZ going backing off the flashbang was supposed to be the big solution.
Nice.
But well on Heavy God to play for the what-ifs and to follow through as well with that long control. When the round started to look a little weird, you know, considering options of leaving and whatnot, G2 kept it simple in the end, followed into A site and win.
Good old G2 pistols. They've always had some very good plays. Hunter extremely good on these rounds.
You know, we talk about dead team buff.
Yeah, that is a thing.
We didn't give them that positive in this little pregame we did.
Well, you're supposed to, Mr. Empathy.
Oh, it's me.
Oh, it's me.
Oh.
That's right, it's you.
My bad. Well, we'll give it to them now. You know, Legacy have kind of not talked about dead team buff, but the fact that they can literally play every stage of this major with no pressure, that's something that no other team is allowed to do, because they're the only other team that wasn't supposed to be here.
There's always a crazy story or two.
Luck said that actually in his post-game interview today once they defeated Vitality. He's like, our first map was just so bad because there was just, mentally, you know, everybody felt frail. Felt like pressure because you have...
Their first map where?
At the major.
Oh, okay.
Like when their first outing back in stage 1 when they were losing maps before they started going flawless. You know, before they turned into the dominators that they are today.
Oh.
Speaking of domination, NQZ just pops Heavy God. 5-7 up close. Could have been deadly, but Big Uzera unable to hold them back. And that is all of G2 starting to gun down this A site. Hades gets tagged in the process, but you have allowed that clock to whittle down to 30 seconds, and you're still only playing in pit.
Yeah.
You have no other option. You've got to hit A. CT's going to damn well know it. They'll try to take duels to soften you up on the approach, but Davideus gives up sight. He just jumps right off that bad boy with fire at his feet. 15 seconds, and bomb is only now thrown over, but DGT at this distance, not gonna look like he finds it unless the jump... No, Snow doesn't throw it, but he'll still clear them off.
How'd he get those kills?
Trying to make the most of this.
Is that a smoke?
Hades leans back. And now both counter-terrorists spotted, but neither of them working with a kit. Smoke goes down on the corner to allow for this challenge in sight that actually forces Hades to come forward.
Snow's phasing it.
Malbs
It worked.
gonna catch the player over towards the corner, and now Snow coming forward looking for 4 kills on the round. Malbs is looking to burn time off. Snow's gonna gun him down. You gotta run him down. You gotta find him. But Malbs from the corner is their savior. He's the guy that ends this with a 4K. We're 3 rounds into this game, and G2 just skating by.
Yeah, they took a long time with no kind of pressure against them to make this approach happen. I guess. Okay, there's some pressure. They got killed. And Snow made this very scary, especially with the second shot. But then he even phased the smoke in through long that he threw, which was very nice. And if, well, his teammate got one, then it's a different round. But they saved by Malbs. 2-0 start. Another round of pistols here for Pain.
It's undeniably some great damage. But G2 remains slippery. Slide right out the long doors again, this time to 0 resistance. Come on, Snacks. Get him.
It's getting whittled down. It's a thin stick now.
7 shots in. One Cat player and Hunter, though, to unravel all of it. CT's kind of grouping up inside of that smoke. Thought they were going to get the better of the long play, but Hunter shows up when he should.
That helps speed it up.
Yeah, also helps fund the process. Makes a ton of money. Pain can't wait to get their hands on some guns after losing pistol. They did great damage in the last round. This time looking like they're going to get through it. That is 3 SMG kills for Hunter, and 4 players survive.
So the plan is simple here for G2. Just need some time and patience. Having that cat flank come in helps speed things up. I know Pain are sitting here thinking, let us get guns so we can answer back.
The time is now.
Hades will stay on the scout this round. So small advantage to Pain's buy. Oh, and another long play opening kill here for G2 early. They got one game plan, but man, is it good.
You know what they say, if they give you the spawn, take long. Amadeus has not had a chance to get his game going in these first 4 rounds. Could still upend this one, of course. G2's smoke a bit deep. If this CT1 fades, it's vision. That's good vision for Big Uzera. He's going to try to flush the player from the bottom of the ramp back into his crosshair, but that one doesn't spread. Incendiary just a little shy. Opens the spam back, though, and NQZ clips Snacks off the play. We go back even 3v3. Snow sticking around. DGT gets his. Snow's got a kit to play with as well, but this cover from Carr still yet to be called on. Op of NQZ over towards Catwalk's got a player locked into Goose. Feels to me like the defense knows where the positioning's at, but this crawl up from Hades. Great interruption.
Okay.
A double kill as now NQZ just sits here waiting for Goose, and there is no reason for Malbs to ever give him this shot.
Yeah, until he's just trying to go save, but NQZ has to do the same thing. So they'll give that up. There's that boost on site, doesn't see anything because Malbs essentially just doesn't move. He stays right behind default box on Goose. And it's another round with the 5v4 kicked off on long control. Ended on A site, plain and simple.
It was 3v3 there for a second until Hades saw a call to action.
It's going to be hard to criticize them for being one note if that's just the perfect note to have. If you gave any team a start with long control and a 5v4, they would play every single round that way versus every other team in the world. If Pain want and know that this is going to happen, then they have to adjust accordingly. They can't just give up a kill. They have to fight for long control properly with more players, or they need to not play it.
You want it instantly, Janusz, or no? Or on timing?
But you know when Malbs has that spawn, he's going to call it.
Hades had it this round. No shame in putting the op out. He's going to take it towards mid. You've already got Big Uzera down in lower tunnels, trying to set up that upper push. Here comes the two B defenders already taking control of the map, but of course, Malbs is going to hear it. Ooh, but he makes sound.
Yeah, that's a bit of a mistake. Not great guns here, but still a scary round, especially with NQZ's op, so G2 has to be careful.
It's okay to make that sound if you're going to come back and re-clear tunnels with force, but Snow doesn't like the timing of it all, so he's gone, and NQZ gets that first kill going. Pain finally, man advantage. Snow, with smoke in hand, tries to put it down in front of this pack. 3 players strong, just charge right into him, and then the SMG hits the ground. 5-7 off of Catwalk to try to chase the bomb, who drops fire behind him and seizes this chance with that opening into the B site. Even despite NQZ stopping the long play this round, it is a quick reaction from G2 into B.
Yeah. Just went forward with that play. Malbs had the B spawn this time. He ends up being the entry a little later on. Apart from NQZ, Pain aren't looking quite alive just yet. You don't want to go into 0-2 tomorrow. Mauser there waiting for you.
Oh, God.
Terrorists win.
You want to go into 1-1 with Vitality.
I mean, at this stage of the major, huh?
Yeah.
We're running out of freebies.
There's no
and
safe,
open roads.
safe places to go.
Check
Yeah, you want to go 1-1 against Vitality and FaZe, or would you like to go 0-2 versus Mouse?
I think I take the 2-0 game versus...
Spirit?
You've got a point. Hades takes that opening look towards long, and there's nobody home as far as he sees, but he also didn't see much. Just flashbangs back from the other side.
Cat's wide open. Not a peep here.
Man, Pain really
This
don't...
style is just working so well versus Pain. They're expecting a little bit more notice before things get taken, but... And NQZ is going to see this, and he's careful, but he still gets caught off 3 players staring at him.
Well done to at least get the 1 kill, but not careful enough. Utility going to land on the planter, but not soon enough to stop him either. Barely any grenade damage done off the frag and fire of Big Uzera. Really just feels like Pain do not have their finger on the pulse of the game.
Yeah. A little late to figuring out why they shouldn't lose a player on long. And so now leaving this open. Not they walk up Cats like that sometimes, but that'll have to be a retake.
Oh, it looks like it's inbound. Man advantage here, trying to fight for bottom ramp. Hunter's going to try to get himself into the site here. Hades just popping him on the retake.
Bad Hades.
Oh, it is hook, line, and sinker. They thought they had more space to get away with that. Low health for Hades. Doesn't make a difference. Just skeet shooting.
Carry cheese, yeah? I do fast skin.
Can we criticize G2 for coming into this game playing it simple when they're the ones who didn't boot camp? Not so much. I feel like we criticize Pain for not trying to play these feel-out rounds properly and sort of making the same mistakes over and over again.
I said they don't have their finger on the pulse, but every round that they feel that way could just further remove them from it. Trying to get a sense of the game. Turns out you can lose your 2 best players. Not boot camp, have bad practice, fail 2 events, and still win a flawless 13-0 on Dust 2. You heard it here first.
I have my glasses on. You can't trick me.
Give it a second. Because Malbs
Stole that one.
as ever.
Yoink.
Takes Snow's head clean off.
This one turns to be right as Payne pull their goalie. It's a half investment.
Trying to get this B defense back in position in time, but kind of caught jumping up. DGT, never mind, just enough. Loses his support behind him. Heavy God wants to try to come in through middle. DGT,
What?
triple MP9 from Carr. But every time Hades is still standing in these late rounds, it looks like he's getting his impact. Heavy God signing up into mid for the door fight. Kind of sticks around a bit too long, but if it's to give Hades a chance to shine in a clutch, then so be it.
8-2.
Puts the smoke down on the door and gets off sight.
3 op shots last time off Cat.
He's gonna give himself a chance to hold window, but when do they peak? Right then and there. And he goes back at it for a 3rd kill on the round. Hades looking to clutch out, misses the jump up.
And it has to be a defuse.
It's not a plant
Wait,
for him at all.
Oh, it's 10 seconds.
Oh, Hades has got to come back at this. He's got to swing into it. Will do it with the Tech 9. Misses the chance, but gets him off bomb, so a clutch is a clutch nonetheless.
Wow, could have been a stick. Obviously, if there was a kid available, and there was money. And Big Uzera is not happy. Definitely some great shots out of Hades today. Payne have fought hard to get here, but this is definitely subpar from them for a Dust 2.
Polish Counter-Strike really rallied behind Hades back with the whole 9 project.
Oh yeah, me too.
Trying to take a fully Polish team back to the top.
Loved it.
That project eventually fizzled out.
Now we got G9.
Yeah, true. Slowly but surely, piece by piece. Mob's gonna have to get that Polish citizenship soon.
Mario from Poland.
It's an excellent grenade, though.
Here comes that cat crawl. They get caught off by this a lot. Oh,
DGT keeps it clean, and Big Uzera's nade was so perfectly placed that one headshot will do the trick. DGT still flirting with top ramp. Thought he had a chance to strike him down. Big Uzera from the corner, trying to hold on to site control, but I don't think they know about this move from Heavy God. He's gotten further ahead. Oh, Davideus from a distance. It's got him. And it is a Hades clutch again. This time 1v4. Already starting to surround him. He gets the player in the backdrop of the CT spawn, and there's the first for Payne.
and they instantly start yelling. There was... So Snow saying, get it together, guys. We just needed to get on the board. It's just another simple idea here for G2. They've walked out tunnels, they've walked out mid, they've walked out long, they walked up cap more than once. And this time they just keep the awareness a little bit more. Still got competitive though. For a second.
Big Uzera's looking for that perfect pop-up. Utility tells him that they're already down beneath him. And they would have heard the burn behind, so Big Uzera thinks he's got a great chance to pop up. He is absolutely correct about that. Hades with a scout.
What?
The second player almost looked like he let him go.
He should have known that there was somebody else throwing that nade, right? I guess it's hard to figure out. He's getting shot at by a scout as well.
Just wanted to get the hell out of there to hold on to man advantage, but it very quickly slips back into the hands of G2. They've got pit control. NQZ is looking for somebody else, and Heavy God just comes around the side of that one. So G2 right back to winning ways. What a weird series of events in middle. But all that really matters is that G2 slam their head against Long yet again, find the kill on NQZ, and follow through swiftly for the 8-1 lead.
Looks like we found the antidote to pain here. G2's playstyle is causing them nightmares.
Dead roster buff.
Dead roster buff, you said it.
There had to be at least one at the major. It's them and Legacy with nothing to lose.
What about FaZe? No one expected them to win. They have an emergency sub. They're tapering off.
Ah, that's simple. You don't bring simple in and say, oh, it's just a stand.
It's so funny because you take someone who's watched CS like 3 years ago, they look at this team, they go, wait, they made a super team, you know?
Right, yeah,
But
yeah.
for us, we're like, I hope they make it to playoffs.
I'm just happy they won a map. No, the thought of an American crowd cheering for a Liege
Yeah.
in a playoff walkout.
Yeah. It's
God.
it's the final Maverick, right?
The thought of a Liege getting a chance to play on an American stage at a major, you know, feels like a long time coming.
Yeah, because when Liquid peaked, there weren't any. I guess they had Columbus.
Christopher?
Christopher. Columbo was a great man.
I'm not kidding, Tony. Got first blood on Mobs. There we go. Come on, Pain.
Crawlies.
Something. DGT was the beacon of hope with that huge MP9 multi-kill from the same position. This time his gun's empty, though.
Chase
Hades.
him down.
Oh, it's another clutch attempt.
Take the peek. Oh,
Smokes the door instead. Not his first rodeo.
ooh, he's going up.
Oh, he's going to plant on the boxes. Gets the op back. Yo! Imagine that
That
collateral.
would have been great.
But
That
instead,
would've-
it's damage on the front runner, and Pain will take a second on this CT side.
ended
There
up
is-
being a no scope through the legs.
Yeah, still something of a map to be played here.
What a great feeling that'd be. You jump up in a window, two guys run in, you just blast them with an op, no scope, back through the window. Oh, Flash missed a bit. A lot of it.
Bring the guys, caralho!
Ooh. 2 rounds something.
Fourth long, they fly out. Hey, again, man, tough hold for Pain. Finally looking like Davideus is going to get something to be proud of. Holds them back, but it is blue box control for Heavy God. Not for much longer. Fire on his feet. There it is. I think that's the
They
first
got a long
time
hold.
Pain have won the long fight. 11 rounds into this half, and it's not the undoing of their defense. You could say finally, better late than never, but
Never late is better.
yes. Hey,
Oh, hold on a second. Did they win long? Do we know they won long?
surely. Mac 10 versus Big Uzera. And
Okay.
he holds it back. Snacks 1v3, 40 seconds, no bomb possession, and an op holding his smoke.
Probably should have had Snacks come and help them take it.
You can feel it, can't you? That little bit of self-belief.
In pain?
Yep.
Yeah, sure,
A
sure.
little bit of growing hope.
They play a lot of hard games.
I see an ember in their eyes. You finish off this half with a 4-round CT side, and then you just you just take over.
They want to meet up with Legacy at the top.
Chalk it up to a slow start. Chalk it up to a few misreads. And then you set the tone and the tempo on the T side. That is the only reassurance.
I liked it. I mean, I know what you meant.
They will be reassured.
How much for some reassurance?
Got a great policy, actually, on sale.
All right, Big Azera yapping away here.
It's pistols.
They flash on the way back. He likes to fight into mid-Bs, but
He's just kind of missing the mark unless he sprays through that pack of players just as they're in the doorway. And it gets away from DGT. A lot of the time, he, inside of that B site, put up enough of a defense, but all they had was pistols. And now all that Pain can bank on is a 1v3 clutch from Davideus that kicks off with a back turn to him and low health on Heavy God, because at least some damage was offered up by DGT. Again, he is the only piece of hope when it comes to this B defense. Davideus has gone unchecked through the door, but he gives over a step, makes contact versus one, gets tagged down to 29, and there they end him with a deagle to the head. G2 step forward with 9 rounds on this T side.
Dupree, he can't see a thing. They're right in front, diffusing the bomb. The smoke. Oh my God! Dupree taking 2 and falling back, going for the shot. Triple, you've got to be kidding me! Dupree winning the round.
Hi, my name is Dupree. I'm a 5-time major champion, and I was part of the Astralis era. In the beginning with Astralis, it was with any other startup. Remember the first shirt iteration we had, which is like a plain black shirt with this star that was printed on top. Just feeling that this was our own was something that actually mattered a lot to us. We were proud of what we had already created, and now it's more about we wanted and needed to get the results right to get it where we wanted it to. It really fast got pretty big, in my opinion. It rose to become something that's more of a subculture back in Denmark. You could go and ask anyone on the streets in Denmark and they would know what Astralis was. And maybe they didn't specifically in detail know what it was about, but they've heard the name before. It just blew into proportions that we never expected. I think for any Counter-Strike player that are playing this game competitively, it's about making a name for yourself. That's where the major comes in really handy. I think the dream of winning one is what everyone wants to achieve inside Counter-Strike. But getting there obviously takes a lot of hard work and also some luck and everything. But when I first started playing Counter-Strike, I wanted to win my major. And if I could just win one major, then I would be very satisfied. Getting to the point where I feel like the team back in the days with Astralis that was capable of winning a major was like a really good feeling. You would go into the tournament and you would feel that we actually have the capabilities of winning this tournament. That felt really good. We're winning that grand final, I think we were obviously playing against Virtus Pro in that grand final. We're playing against some really experienced guys from the time. And for us to go up against these kind of legends, it kind of fueled us in a way that we want to go out and prove that we can also do this, And then, getting to the point where you need one more round. I believe that we had 15 seconds of free time, and Clay would say, guys, let's just do the exact same as we just did, let's catch them off guard. And you could just feel that everyone in the team was on the same page. Everyone felt that this was that right call, everyone believed in it. There was so much chaos. It was just people just getting killed left and right, but it was just one frag at a time, and you can see in the kill feed, we were getting closer and closer and closer, and then that final kill, which I believe I got, when I hit that last Tech9 headshot on test, that was crazy, and the feeling is just we jumped up and threw our headsets off. All of a sudden, I found myself in a position where I had actually achieved that dream of winning the major.
There's no question Pain disappointed with the outing in the first half. Only 3 rounds of a defense versus a G2 that came into the major cold. Pain have had a run-up, a chance to wind up, and yet that's got to be one of the most absent halves we've actually seen from Pain so far here in Austin.
Yeah, just to reiterate, I mean, G2 came before the game started, they said, we haven't boot camped, you know, we're not playing well right now. And we're like, they didn't see, Taz did not seem excited
no
about trying this. Payne, on the other hand, fought very hard to get to this point.
Yeah.
And look at the score line. G2 have been destroying them.
Oh, and a pistol here from Snacks, and Hunter is going to hold them back. 3v5. Now 2v5, demanded of them inside this B site. There is a world where Payne take control of a T side once they can play their game, but it's gonna have to come from a massive Big Uzera clutch right here, right now, or it could be too much momentum offered to G2. He looks for the scalp out middle. Heavy Gods had enough, and G2 are on a runway of a finish here. No slowing down by the looks of it.
Yeah, they've got lots of room to work with. There is no pistol to save the map now for Payne. They've got to fight back, try to pull off an eco. And we know if this game goes on too long, Payne will eventually wake up. We know how good they can play. They haven't been playing well today for whatever reason. We saw Big Zero get mad. We've seen Snow sort of just get really excited as soon as they won one round. I think they're all wondering why they're not clicking.
Going for the mid tags. NQZ already down to 23 health. Payne decided to go all in on the Force. This could just lead G2 to an easy best of one win. And Hunter's gonna remain adamant about tunnels because they just sent the bomb alone on Big Uzera into him.
Yeah, they
What
really
is that?
did. I don't know, honestly. And yeah, I mean, I understand the force up, but they also didn't prioritize the plant when they were in that 2vx situation, even though they could have got run down. So G2 leaves the bomb, and actually there's so much time left over, they could just go into regular default again. It won't even actually matter. So I guess luckily it falls where it does.
I'm not trying to take anything away from G2. They've played clean rounds. They've taken the openings that were presented to them.
Yeah.
But this is, to me, the worst Payne we've seen in Austin.
Oh, easily. Yeah. So far, anyways.
Like, something is not clicking in this map.
Yeah, they look very frustrated, confused. Definitely have to hear the interview after.
And it's not the day to do it, to go down 0-2 in the stage of the major with the highest level of competition. Hades gonna sit on the cross, give it a chance to tag him down. Snow trying to be that electric force that gets Payne
They jump in.
back into the game. Damage done. A 91 damage dink here from Malbs. But it's a bomb plant nonetheless. Problem is very little health for what remains of half of this Payne play. Heavy God finishes off Snow, just trying to get the FAMAS into the action now. DGT looks to take a look down over the ledge. They've lost half of their players already. It is sliding out of their hands. They had control when that bomb went down, but they just let G2 come forward 11-3 and a bottomed out Payne economy.
Well, there's a great retake. And Hades has been a solid opper. And the pistols have been good for G2, so it's, you know, what's been bad about it, really?
Kurwa, wykryjesz.
G2 winning comfortably. And the force up followed by another here as we get into slightly better guns. 2 AKs this time. Certainly feels like the last chance.
Ooh, Heavy God makes sure of it. DGT had no help in that one. There wasn't a single player close to that doorway. At best, he had an additional flash to try to work with, but way too much for one man to handle. Heavy God has shown no weakness in form across the board, in fact, for G2, barring a negative Malbs. It's been a team-based outing for G2. We saw multiple different players take to the tip of the spear for that long fight. There's no denying G2 kept that T-side simple, but when simplicity works, it is still beautiful. Great chance to catch their footing to avoid that fall into the 0-2 pool. Heavy God plays around the fire. He's got help not too far off in Malbs. Utility coming out from that doorway lets them know there are indeed 2 players here. They will have separated 1v1s. And with that flash from Hunter offered over from elsewhere, it works. Hades holds on to Goose. NQZ walking out middle, finds himself alone, gets a bit more damage in at 30 seconds. With bomb possession, it's one thing, but Snax ends it, and so 9 match points, G2.
Yeah, and they're just quietly winning. They're not getting too excited. They're just floating through this game, to be honest. The calls were simple in the first half, but the shots got hit. Unwatched choke points meant that Pain got sort of walked over, kept losing opening duels. Now we switch over, and it's just good. Like, G2 playing all their positions just fine. They used one molly to get DGT out into the open, killed him. I think they're wondering how Pain even got here.
I mean, this is not the Pain that stepped forward into stage 3. Not the day to have your worst performance yet, and yet here we go. Big Uzera with the Hail Mary. Ton of damage through the smoke though from Hunter, so it's a solid enough rebuttal that leaves NQZ and Big Uzera low. And just a couple Polish powerhouses left here in round 16.
And you're in prime position to just have fun with it. Full kit of utility, op and play. Go ahead, take a risk.
So many more rounds to play with. Hades gonna float out here. Missed chance, in fact. NQZ gets it clean from the pit. But are you telling me Snax is here to end it all?
El Snaxico right here. Come on,
Slides
1-on-3.
Into the bomb site. Davideus, grenade in hand. Last 2 players, both low. This is perfect. Prime for the plucking off that MP9. Frag goes a little too deep. He just slides out off of the bomb site. He's gonna give him a little room to work. Snax goes hiding down in his spawn. And walks away to redirect to Catwalk instead. But I mean, this gives a chance for Pain to
Maybe long,
reposition.
because there's just better guns.
With an MP9, he's got to scoop one up. And you'd think Pain would be keeping eyes on it.
I mean, he could pick up a gun here.
I feel like all the better weapons are actually on the corner, so he's going to expose himself first, but the car player just keeps his head tucked. So it is a bit more room to work with. Oh, he gets the headshot on Big Uzera. Then you're right, you've got to grab a better weapon. Hands onto the M4, it's empty. Come on.
Yeah, a little, okay. Not as exciting as it felt like it was going to be.
I think in hindsight, just stay on the bomb site and fight the 2 guys with 30 health. Maybe not, I mean, unconfirmed damage, so I don't want to criticize him too much, but...
I think the rotation makes sense on all the guns there, but especially if they play towards long after. Again, it's G2 who have rounds to work with. They'll only use a timeout now.
So he just picks up an empty M4 and has to pick a CT.
Yeah. Sabotaged.
Just couldn't believe how unlucky he got. But next time he's standing on site. He's not moving. All that effort for an empty gun. So there it is, the first of 9.
It doesn't seem that Pain have what it takes right now. They make comebacks. They make comebacks in these last couple weeks. So.
Yeah, but I saw them make those comebacks when like the camp felt fired up, you know? Like they believed in it. I'm not trying to be a psychologist, but it's just lifeless at times from the team.
Yeah, it's pretty much just like Snow and Big Uzera, I guess.
Yeah, and even Big Uzera was kind of yelling at his teammates.
I think they need to be yelled at right now.
Sure. He's got that aura about him. I've seen him yell at them like that and then them solve issues and win games.
There you go.
So it works. But unfortunately, a little scolding, and there was no recovery in that first half.
Yeah, then they just get ecoed at the end.
Right? As if
Stop yelling at me.
as if they had the wiggle room to work with. But here we go. A hard-fought advantage for Pain. It is just pistols. 1 of 9 in the bag. 8 to go.
Now we'll really see if Pain are focused here versus all these pistols. There's actually a good amount of utility left over for G2 right now, and all of them are on the A site, and the catwalk is an intriguing point of interest here for Pain. They're kind of walking out mid at the same time, not seeing anything, but it feels like a commitment is about to take place. Oh, there is one.
Nice pop.
That's a key frag.
Snow gets the insta-kill. Biguzera finds his. There's just this Goose player with a P250 back earned. Snacks is surely doomed from this point. Gets a little more in. Hades comes up. That next player's one shot. And an op bullet missed. Cat supports inbound. Oh, they try to press into him, and a Glock makes the difference. Pain by the skin of their teeth.
No problem. 7 rounds to go.
No problem. Yeah, don't worry about it.
Last round, there was only 1 alive. This round, there was 2.
Call it an improvement.
Yeah. This is nice play by Snacks. That was a lot of headshots he had to hit there, right there.
Doesn't look like Pain are going to let it phase him too much. That's 2 down, 7 to go.
7 to go. Here's where it'd be good to imagine it was still CSGO. Because a 7-round comeback in CSGO, that's just a Tuesday.
But in CS2,
It's still Tuesday. It's not Tuesday, but you get me.
what day is it?
I don't know. I actually don't know.
Okay. It's day 1 of stage 3.
Thursday.
That's what I know.
Yeah.
we're working in stages here, folks. That's what it's like to be in the middle of a major. I don't care what your work week says. Stage 3, day 1, last match of the day. You got nowhere else to be, Pain. Nothing else to do.
I mean, this is great for Pain, right?
Yep.
Bulbs would not have thrown that smoke if he knew they were in front of it. They aren't smoking mid B, however. Oh my goodness. That is so close for NQZ. Oh, and he waited so long.
Just sitting there. Stuck out there. He knew what he wanted, but what he didn't expect was that supportive util to catch him.
Fair is fair. They played it safe.
Yep.
Bulbs never peeked in front of that box.
You know, feels like G2 were just standing in the middle of the road for a second. They get away with it. Biguzera still going to slide out middle. Hunter not chasing that instant trade. Will get it a few seconds later, so he takes his time and maintains man advantage for G2. They go double long control, and that's going to offer up a bomb plant to Pain Gaming. Player
Smoking
coming to
bites.
catwalk and Snacks. One from down in spawn is still Hunter, hanging on to that position he earned. And Heavy God, this timing could damn well catch them off guard. His SMG sprays through as Hades hits the ground.
2 left.
It is a looming threat near sight. Nothing Davideus can really do about it. He's got to hope DGT offers a helping hand, which he will. Both of the remaining Pain players come up with a kill apiece, but Snacks is playing well. And with that, he gets ever closer. He's working with the kit. He knows where you're playing from. Still just enough time or not. He's surpassed it. DGT takes that extra second. 3 down, 6 to go.
Yeah. Just, I guess because he was tagged, he wouldn't have been able to make it to the bomb in time, but wow, was that close. Oh, it was a jump up too. That's clean.
That mid setup could have been either team's opening kill.
Yeah, it did require the NQZ op to go out into the vision of the B window to get that kill. So they did play safe, even though they were out in the middle of sort of the open, so to speak. They technically were safe individually. There's just that one moment where that flash got pulled out. And it looked like he was fishing for it. Hades on the op.
Great flash. Hunter decides to ignore the corner and look for somebody else while that player
said,
was blind.
"You funny, I kill you last."
Walks away with nothing instead. And Payne deal with the pressure from both sides of the tunnels. And the sight and lower held.
I've never seen a more hard clear that was less hard than that.
Okay. Interesting turn of events. There's an op out on the field. Oh my. The recovery is truly on. Hades can double back. There is no smoke for the cross. They gave up tunnels control with 2 kills to try to get back onto A. Hades arrives, hits the shot up close despite the dink, and now Davideus is going to have to clutch out. This was 3 rounds in a row as an answer for Payne, a flash to get that op off the angle, and then he punishes, but Snax will end this. Payne walk into the server as a shell of themselves, attempt their best effort at a recovery in the second half, but they will spiral out of control in stage 3 and end day 1 0-2.
Maybe a little play with our glasses, huh? Maybe a little play with us. Wiesz, ja też jak patrzę co my robimy, mówię jeszcze kurwa digle, flesze, smoki.